not with so many of the butts, but as a good team that is now, to me, part of a good organization. I don't know what the new ownership group is gonna be like once they get vetted and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what the future of Danny Ferry holds. If it was just a situation where they were gonna kind of, let the sale go through and then, hang him in the the town square or whatnot.
Really quick, just because we were talking about it, I just, we want to always make sure we get the right info. When Al got drafted in 2007, the Hawks went 37-45, and that was the year they took the Celtics to 7 games in the first round. And then since then, we went 37-45 that year. But since then, last year we went 38-45. But other than that, since Al been here, the Hawks have had a winning record every year. 47 wins, 53, 44, 40, 44, and then 60. And then the 38 and the 37. So that ain't that bad.
And that's your man. I mean, if you're a Hawks fan, that's the guy you're gonna have to lean on. That's the guy. But the playoff record though, man. Lost in the first round to the Celtics. Like I said, his rookie year. Then they lost in the second round to the Cavs. They got swept 4-0. The following year, they lost in the second round 4-0 to the Magic. The season after that, 2010, they lost in the second round to the Bulls. Then they lost. In the first round. The last 3 seasons up until this year. So big turnaround. Shouts out to Coach Bud, Coach of the Year. Yeah, and as we move through, as these series get more and more difficult, we're gonna talk a little bit about Coach Budenholzer. Not really today, because there's some things that you can tell that even with all the experience that he has coming from the San Antonio Spurs, there's still a difference. And we talked about it a couple of days ago about just moving over that one chair, from an assistant to a head coach. There's a lot more that's going to be asked of you, and a lot, those decisions.
And he's the GM. Don't forget that.
Well, kind of. He's made one move.
He's the acting
right.
GM.
He had a title, had to do no work. Please sign me up for that, everyone. I want that gig immediately, and I'll quit this one. What did he make? He made the Adrian Payne move, and then it's like, all right, I'm good. Somebody nominate me for GM of the year now, and that is what happened, ladies and gentlemen.
It would have been nice to see Adrian Payne out there.
You keep saying that, but
because he turned out. I'm saying because he turned out some quality minutes. Where he ended up going?
He's in Minnesota. He's in a bad team.
Minnesota,
you know what I mean? Yeah, of course that's going to happen on bad teams. Like, look what's happening in Philadelphia. Look what Michael Carter-Williams did in Philadelphia. Then we saw Michael Carter-Williams with the Bucks this year and was like, yeah, all right, Mike, I'm straight. Yeah, I'm good. If the Adrian Payne thing works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the minutes that the guys are getting right now, the guys who are getting minutes right now for the Atlanta Hawks, I mean, yeah, I'm willing to. If I were a Hawks fan, I'd be willing to ride with that.
What else tripped me out too is that I'm trying to figure out what's up with Mike Scott. Dude, Mike Scott been AWOL in these playoffs, man. And, he was a major part of everything that happened during the regular season. I know he got hurt right there toward maybe the last 3 weeks of the season, 4 weeks of the season. I think he did something to his ankle, fractured his ankle or something. But I'm watching the game the other night, and I'm like, I mean, he's in that dress. I don't know if he got his uniform on up under there or not, but
probably just because Bud decided to shorten up the rotation. It's like that's what's happening in the playoffs. Dudes that might have been getting run in the regular season. Yeah, these coaches we're gonna shorten up this bench a little bit. But
he was getting hella run though. But that's what I'm saying. He was getting hella run during the regular season.
Hey, you never know, man. I'm not going ask nobody to disrupt the sauce.
I don't know what happened. Right. I'm just saying I don't know what happened. But that's just weird though.
And whatever his worth, you got guys like Ken Bazemore who he's giving you what he can. He's still a young player.
a guy who's bounced around the league a little bit, and he's giving you that energy and that athleticism that you want. But again, he's not going to give you the moxie and the spot up shooting and the playoff experience, especially that a Thabo Cephalosha would. The other guy who I think should really be celebrated is DeMarre Carroll, man. He's actually been probably the most consistent player on both sides of the basketball. He and Al, but DeMarre Carroll.
Now the Hawks got to pay that man.
Yeah, he's going to be. I think he's a restricted free agent at the end of this year. So it's going to be time to get some things done because you're going to have to see what you're going to do with Al after next year. What is Millsap's situation? I think it's either this year or next year. Maybe this year. So yeah,
I ain't heard nothing about it. I'll look it up. There are
some things to be dealt with when it's time to deal with those things. But right now, we'll celebrate the Atlanta Hawks. We'll big up them. We'll see where it goes. As far as Wednesday goes, we'll do more of the Hawks preview stuff probably tomorrow. As far as the matchups go with them and the Cleveland Cavaliers, we'll find out a little bit more about the injury situation with Kyrie Irving. We all know he has the foot situation. He has the left knee tendonitis as well. I just mentioned earlier that he practiced full practice day, even stayed after a little bit with his teammates. So he looks to be, and David Blatt talked about him looking to be ready to go as far as Wednesday goes. But we'll see. We'll see.
Millsap, unrestricted free agent following the season.
This season?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I say, enjoy it. Atlanta Hawks fans, enjoy it because if you're under the age of 50, you had never seen this. You know what I mean? You never seen this team, a team wearing this jersey, get to this particular point in an NBA season. So enjoy it. I'm not going to actually say celebrate it because nothing's been accomplished at this point. But understand that it is to be appreciated, man, and the city for better or worse, the city has itself a viable basketball team.
Well, I just hope I hope that at this point, because the Falcons, I think the success that the Falcons have built under Arthur Blank, got them in a position where, they'll sell out every year. And, they haven't necessarily made it to a Super Bowl, but they've been very successful. And, and the fans appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't know.
The Falcon faithful. I'm gonna say the Falcon faithful. The ones that pay for tickets. That's what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing. That don't really make you a faithful if you don't pay for tickets. I mean, because I don't know nobody's economic situation, but you can love your team or love them how you want to. But I just find that Sunday afternoon is some of the funniest times in my week when I'm looking at Twitter and watching a Falcons game. The every play reaction from people who love that team is absolutely hilarious.
But that's because we ain't really won that.
Man, we need to cut Matt Ryan. And then the next play, there you go, Matty. Very next play. Yeah. It's man, just ride with it, man.
But I just hope, the Braves went on, again, an unprecedented run. I just kind of hope that, after this run, whatever happens, whether they stall out in the Eastern Conference or whether they get past the Cavs, make it to the finals or whatever happens then, I just kind of hope that, like when you go to Phillips Arena next season and, and Kobe is back or the Clippers come to town or, New York, who is God terrible but still has awesome representation in Phillips Arena when they come to town. Like I just hope that, the fans appreciate it and fill the arena. You know what I'm saying? With Hawks fans.
It's a give and take thing around here. It doesn't really you've been here long enough, it don't work like that. If the team wins, they'll come. If the team starts to lose, like the team goes on like an 8-game losing streak, folks will be like, "Yep, I got better stuff to do." What's going on at the Velvet Room tonight? I don't even know if the Velvet Room's still open, but you get what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it would just be nice if the fans could just really embrace. I mean,
Because who knows? Like, this might really be the start of something great. You know? I mean, regardless of the fact that everybody's coming back healthy next year, like, this could really be the start of something great.
Potentially, but you know, it's an ongoing thing with every team. You know, I always have to remind myself of the statement that I made about the Oklahoma City Thunder a couple of years ago when they lost in that finals. I said, you know what's going to happen, Rob?
Right.
Everyone else is going to get old. These kids are going to get better. And then the next thing I know, James Harden's an MVP candidate, but he's in Houston. Kevin Durant's feet are bad, and everything else is crumbling. And Scott Brooks is fired. So there goes that. And, you know, they come back next year and do some things because they got the kid in his cannon now. And Durant will come back next year, and Serge Ibaka's still there. So, you know, I don't know. Like I say, just appreciate it. It's happening now. Appreciate it. We'll worry about next year when next year gets here. Appreciate it now.
You know, I mean, but, you know, the thing about an Oklahoma City team, like, the difference between them and the Hawks, and I ain't even trying to throw shade at the Hawks, but like I say, you know, the Hawks, I mean, that's my home team, but it's just easy to cheer for a team like Oklahoma City, man. Did you hear the names you just reeled off? Like,
wait, what?
Like Kevin Durant.
See, now you about to start. You about to start another conversation. It's what now? Say what you just said again.
I'm just saying it's easier. it's easier to root for a team like Oklahoma City, man.
Explain why.
Like, why?
Yeah, why?
Have Kevin Durant, because they have Russell Westbrook, because they have Serge Ibaka. Like, it's so, like, dude, like, I mean, because they have those guys.
I'm gonna say this to you. They got those guys. They got those guys right now, and they at home. See, I'm gonna explain something to you. This was my problem at the beginning of the season. This is why I was so the way I was. Like, I'm not a guy who professes to be an Atlanta Hawks fan, but the problem with me and fandom here is that I knew that a team like I felt like this city deserved to have this team. A team that didn't have, you know, a dunk champion or some named person. A team that was a basketball team. So that at some point you understand and appreciate basketball. That it ain't got to be something spectacular. Because guess who else got spectacular stuff going on? The Clippers. Know where they are? You know what they're doing? They're taking inventory over everything right now because they don't know which direction is up. While they got Chris Paul and they got Blake Griffin and they got DeAndre Jordan and they got Jay Crossover. Yeah, the Atlanta team has Paul Millsap, and they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, this is the whole point. This is one of the big points of me wanting to do this segment, to talk about appreciation. And you're not wrong, Rob, because what you are is you're an exemplification of what it is to be an Atlanta fan. The guy who always looks across the grass and say, "Man, that grass looks so green over there."
Yeah. I'm just saying,
but your grass is perfect.
What I'm saying, and it is, but what I'm saying is that, well, I'm not even talking about for me. I'm just talking about just I'm talking about, I hope that after this season, fans start buying tickets and fill the arena up, so it's Hawks fans in the arena, right? And that's what I'm saying, like, but it's easier if you got James Harden, if you got Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, like, that's what I'm saying. It's easier. The roof, I wasn't talking about me. I'm talking about as a fan coming in buying tickets.
It shouldn't be that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be that way.
I mean, yeah. But I'm just saying that's an easier sell. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so much easier if you got those guys that people would just be willing to come and cheer for them. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so much easier just to cheer because they're those guys. That's what I'm saying. Man. Like, I wasn't standing, saying like for me, but I'm just saying just in general, like you got to do that, that's why I was saying it's in my hopes that people support the team, because I don't know if this new ownership and what they gonna do, and if they decide that they want the team with an it guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they gonna do, but it would be nice if the Hawks fans would support them. That's
For what it's worth, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into On This Day, I hope Rob is underselling you guys. Like, I don't care either way. I'm a person who, this is my home. I don't really have a favorite team or any of that stuff, but I appreciate and I have a high sense of pride when my city's doing good and when my city is